We're having a look at day one of the Cheltenham Festival, the non-handicap races. I'm joined by Mark Winstanley, who's got one or two opinions on the Tuesday. We'll start with the big one, the Champion Hurdle. What do you fancy?
I think Arkle Fly is a good thing. I went over to Ireland to see him make his season debut. Looked a different horse in the paddock. They say he's much quieter at home, in that much easier, more tractable as a Montjeu. We know they're a little bit fire. I just think he's getting better. And then he was so impressive. He walloped Oscar as well as a good horse. He slaughtered him, then he just went past him. I was standing still. And I think he's a moral. I think it's a real good thing. I think there's some value in the betting without Arkle Fly. I think 1,000 stars at 10 to 1's a good bet.
He's got the World Hurdle as an option now.
I don't think he's going to run in that.
Don't you?
He's got the. You look at his form, and he said he's won a 3-mile French Champion Hurdle, but they crawl for 2 miles apparently, like a lot they do in the French flat races. They weren't really like they have over here. And I think Willie again, he wants to run him in the Aintree race, a 2.5 miler. He got done a short head last year, so he doesn't really want to knacker him by running him over 3 and leaving it behind. And again, he was fourth in the race last year, 1,000 stars. I remember tipping him up at 66 to 1 each way. And the second and third are not in it this year. Pedlar's Cross and Oscar Whiskey. I don't fancy Zakanda.
No.
I think he get lapped. I think it outpaced. He only won off 151 at Newbury.
Yeah.
And I don't fancy Binocular. And the last horse to regain the title was Comedy of Errors back in the 1970s. And not even William Shakespeare could make that up, could he?
But that's no reason not to fancy him, is it?
Yes.
What, on stats alone?
Oh, just the fact that, you know, if a horse peaks for a Champion Hurdle is an improving horse. A lot of them win it, like Isti Brack.
So why do you think Hurricane Fly is going to win it again then?
I say horses who win it, as I said, the last horse to regain the title, so like, there's a gap, obviously, 2 years between them. It's very hard to regain it once you've lost it.
Okay.
Going back to 75, and, you know, I mean, Cato Star, when he won the Gold Cup, was the first horse ever to regain it, wasn't he? It's very hard once you've lost that crown to get back there again 2 years on, isn't it? The loss of horses like Isti Brack, See You Then, Persia Morse, Ken, they all won it 1, 2, 3, didn't they?
All right. So you think basically Hurricane Fly to win with 1,000 stars the best each way. Maybe they want to chase him out.
Well, again, it just reminded me so much of the old Isti Brack Fitter World thing, you know, where the old Aidan O'Brien second string used to come along the rail and get second, didn't it? 2 years running. I think at 10 to 1 each, you know, again, when you say betting without Hurricane Fly, it's really the first 4 places, because unless a bolt of lightning comes out of the sky and it's Hurricane Fly, he won't be had to 4, will he?
No. Okay. That's the champion. Then we'll look at the opening race on Tuesday, the Supreme.
Yeah, I've no real strong opinion on this race, but I think Cinders in Ashton's run a big race. I think he's a professional animal trained by an excellent trainer, Donald McCain.
You've been doing 1 or 2 forums with him. Did he say anything?
Yeah, I did one with Donald in London, and he was very keen on it. He says he'd be much better horse on better ground. He jumps really well. I think that's the thing with the Supreme Novice.
Yeah.
Where you've got to jump, because if you make a mistake in this race, you're out. And he jumps really well, and he'd be much better on better ground. He's got Cheltenham form as well. He ran in a bumper last year. Yeah. I don't think it's a vintage renewal. I think Darlan had a mother and father of a fall.
Yeah, it was nasty, wasn't it?
Yeah, I'm not certain. You know, thinking about him better on the flat track, maybe Newbury, Taunton. Although he's won at Cheltenham, there's 2 ways of looking at that. The horse he beat wasn't very good. So.
What are you hearing from Ireland about Steps to Freedom and Galileo's Choice?
I don't fancy Steps to Freedom. He's been off for a long break. He's missed his. A bit like Q-Card last year, wasn't it? You know, been off for a long break. I just don't like that. When they've had a break that long, it hasn't run for a long time. And I can't have Galileo's Choice. I think it's been beating rubbish over there. And Dermot Wells, I think, it's 1 out of 85 at Cheltenham. So they'll be the ones I'll be wanting to take on.
Okay.
I think Sid and Ash's run a good race. Tetlami gave a mention too. Nicky Endon's so-called second string. That's done nothing wrong, 3 out of 3 this year. Yeah. I mean, he may be a little bit overpriced at 16 to 1.
Okay, good. And the third one we'll look at is the Arkle. Now, we can probably sum this up in 2 words, can't we?
Yeah, Sprinter Sacra wins, Alpha off second, the rest nowhere.
Okay. So, just looking at Tuesday as a whole, you say you've been doing these forums. What's the sort of word that's emerging about Tuesday? What's the sort of buzz?
It's interesting. Normally you sort of do these things, and everyone thinks, "Oh, Sprinter Sacra's a short horse." So everyone just thinks it's a good horse. It's just a whole lot. You know, I was with Paul Nicholls, and he said Alpha off, and he's got it all to do against. He ran a really good race, Alpha. I think he will. I think he'll win probably 8 out of 10 Arkles. Yeah. He's got it to do against Sprinter Sacra, and I think they've all realised that. And nobody wants to oppose Hurricane Fly, just right across the board. You know, it just ticks every box you want, doesn't it? You know, and it was so impressive. In fact, I mean, it was more. Willie Mullins actually said it was his best ever performance last time.
Yeah, that's right.
I think the horse is getting better.
So if you're having 1 bet on the Tuesday, what would it be? Or if I'll give you 2 bets.
Well, again,
Sprinter Sacra and Hurricane Fly.
I think just stick him in a double.
Will you?
Yeah, it pays even money. If they touch even money, well, you've got to remember, there's a lot of the firms, you know, of the main firms every day have got a lot of anti-post liabilities. I mean, I stuck Sprinter Sacra up on the post as a maximum bet of 7 to 1 after he won at Donny. and I'm in a great position, aren't I? I've had some bad bets as well, and that's one of the better ones. But the on-course books are all going to rock up there on the day, and none of them are taking a penny on it, and they paid all their money to go to Cheltenham and stand there. They're going to want to lay the favourites. So sometimes, I mean, last year I remember none of us could believe Big Bucks tacked evens, did he? And it was just amazing. And you know, even on the exchanges last night, you know, you could back Sprinter Sacre a better than even money.
Okay, that's good.
So I think he will go even money Sprinter Sacre. I think the on-course books will want to get him.
Okay.